But anyhow, so, you know, another thing, I keep mentioning the Mako shark, you know, and growing up in Long Island, and Mako sharks were very close to my heart. It's the first big game fish I ever caught. You know, they jump like a marlin. They're delicious to eat, and they're just beautiful, purple and fierce and snow white bellies. And we can't keep them anymore. And you can thank Mr. Guy Harvey, who I dare you to find somebody who fishes that didn't at one time have a Guy Harvey shirt. The very people that made that man wealthy, he turned on and basically became Judas. And he did a bunch of research in Isla Mujeres, Mexico, with Mako sharks, and convinced National Marine Fisheries to protect Makos. Basically, Makos have the same federal protection white sharks have right now. They're no take. And at first, you know, you used to be able to catch Makos and kill Makos any size. I mean, gosh, I got one on my wall that's 5 pounds, you know. That was killed years ago in a boat I was working for, and the guy made me a copy of it. I wanted to let it go. In fact, we were in first place in releases in the White Marlin Open, and I said, let this thing go. We're going to let it go. And no, put him in a box. We want to mount it. I was like, that's bad. And John Bayless, who's, you know, Bayless Boat Works now, he was running the Hatteras Company boat, and we were in the lead on Friday. The fishing was terrible the last day. We had finished on Thursday, so we were charter fishing on Friday. And I never smiled so big to have a bad day of fishing, because back then the first place boat got money, a little bit of money, not like they do now, but we got this like Super Bowl ring, man. I was gonna rock that thing. And old Bayless, he was 2 fish behind us, you know, so he had to catch 3. And about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he calls in fish, and I was like, too little, too late, buddy. And next thing you know, he's like, hey, stand by. So he had a second fish. I'm like, no problem, we got him on time, you know. And then sure enough, he had a triple, you know, and took the ring right off my finger. And now he's a client of mine. I do, you know, with my company now, I supply his company, and I remind him of that all the time.
Dirty.
But anyhow, yeah, so the Makos, I mean, phenomenal eating fish, you know, great game fish worldwide. And now, so we were told we're going to close it for 2 years. And everybody got behind that. We said, no problem, that's fine. And to be honest with you, when I was a kid catching a Mako, I remember it like it was yesterday. I'll show you a picture of me on the phone. I was, 12 years old, caught my first Mako shark. It's on my wall now, that old mount. It was a defining moment for me. It kind of shaped me. And to me, it's just an iconic fish, and it is worldwide, whether you're in New Zealand or wherever you are, you know. Deep in my heart, I knew that there was something rotten. You know, when the ruling came out, it didn't say 2 years. It said until further notice. And, you know, not to be cynical, but hey, you fish long enough, you become cynical, but I doubt we'll ever get that back.
Because there used to be Mako tournaments, like on TV.
Oh, 100%.
And stuff, and they would fish out of California, and they would fish out of like New Jersey and stuff like that. But they're like, I remember growing up watching Mako tournaments.
Absolutely.